guys, it's Sheila Shimmers. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video of full face of products that are under $15. They're going to be super affordable. You can find most of them, I think all of them at Ulta. So they're not necessarily drugstore products, but I think that some of these are like hidden gems, and some other ones you probably heard of and you probably want to try them out. So I think it's a really cool video. I really hope that you guys enjoy it. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. For primer, I'm going to be using the Poreless Putty Primer by e.l.f. This one retails for $8, and I think it's a really good primer. It is a pore filling primer, but I think this is very comparable to the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, so I feel like it's a really good, product. I feel like this is a product that I want to use like alongside, another primer too, because I feel like this is just good at, pore filling, but I also need something else to just, hold on to my foundation all day. But I do think this is a really nice primer, so I really like it. So that's all I'm going to be putting on today. We're going to move on to our next product, and I think I'm going to start with just my eyebrows. I decided to just do my eyebrows on camera because I don't usually do that, and the product that I'm going to be using is actually very affordable. This one is the Catrice Cosmetics and Slimmatic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and I have this one in the shade 030 Dark. So this is a really nice product. It kind of has this pulley on one side, and then you get your brow pencil on the other. I think it's really nice. It's not super like waxy, but it's also like not super creamy, so it's kind of in between. The only problem with this one is that you do run out of it really quickly, but I feel like it just works so nicely. This one is $5.99 by the way, and it does come in I think 6 or 7 shades. So you can definitely find your right shade if you were looking for it. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. This one retails for $11, and it comes in a lot of shades. This one is really nice because it does have SPF 50. I use the shade 128 Warm Nude, if you're interested in knowing my shade, and I just really like it. I think it's very long lasting. The only complaint that I have with it is that it does have a very strong SPF smell, but if you don't mind that, I feel like it's a really nice foundation. I find it a little bit drying though for my skin. Like I can't really use this if my skin is not very like moisturized, because it will definitely show throughout the day, but it's a very nice foundation. If you don't have dry skin, which I think most people really don't, I think you would really like this foundation. It has a really nice coverage, and as you can see, it just goes on really nicely. I'm going to be applying a little bit more because I think I put about 1 pump right there, and I think it's just really easy to just apply. I also think that the launches that have been coming out of the drugstore lately, and like the affordable ones, are so good that sometimes I'm like, why am I even spending money on like high-end stuff anymore, Alright, so there is, I think it looks really nicely. I actually really love the finish of this foundation. You could build it up more if you wanted to, but I'm just really comfortable with how it looks right now. So I'm going to move on to concealer. Actually, I have never used the Milani Conceal and Perfect on my YouTube videos, so I'm just going to be using this one. I got this one in the shade Light Vanilla, which I think is a little bit light for me, but this one I think retails for $8. It retails for $8 at Ulta. I think it's a little bit more expensive anywhere else, but I'm just going to be using that one. I think it's really nice. I don't think it's the most full coverage one, but I think it's really just, just nice. If you do not need as much coverage as I do, because honestly I do need to go for the full coverage because I have a lot of like discoloration in my eyes. If you don't need that, I would definitely recommend going and trying this one out, but otherwise just build it up like you'll see me do on this video. But honestly, it's not like my favorite concealer. That's probably why you don't hear me mention it a lot on videos. I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Powder. This one is in the shade Banana, and it retails for $6. This is how it looks like. I don't think it's the most like, thin powder ever, but I do think that it does the job. But honestly, I'm really picky with powder, so I don't own many. I think I own like 3 or 4, and most of them are high-end. Just like really finely milled powders, that's what I usually go for. But I'm going to be setting just my face I feel like if you're looking for a nice drugstore powder, I would probably go with the Maybelline one versus this one. But, you know, that's my opinion. I know a lot of people do like the LA Girl, but I just don't think it's all that. The next palette is by J-Cat Beauty. This one is a Symphony Face Obsession palette. This one retails for $11. It brings 2 face powders on the top, then a contour shade, brings a shimmery bronzer, and then 2 highlights on the bottom. I think it's really nice. This one is the medium to dark one, and it kind of closes up like this. I think it's really sleek and pretty. I'm going to start with this one right here. I think I'm going to just warm up my face with this one. Even though it's meant to be a face powder, I can get away with this one as, you know, a bronzer to warm up my face. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm just going to start using it. These powders are honestly really nice and like really nice quality. I'll be taking is going to be my contour shade right here, and these are very pigmented, so just be careful with how much you take. But I just fell in love with this palette. I just think it is so freaking creamy and, like I said, pigmented. Kind of went a little bit overboard on this side, but that's okay because we can just buff it into the skin. I feel like it's just so nice. So next I'm going to be taking this one, which is the Shimmer bronzer, and I just kind of like to touch up on my cheeks with this one because I feel like it gives a little bit more luminosity to the look. Taking the powder right here, and then I'm just going to be buffing this underneath that. I don't really like to like cut my contour. That's not really the look that I like, but I do like kind of cleaning up with a little bit of powder. So I'm going to put this aside for just a second because I am going to be using the highlights on this palette. I think it's such a good deal to get 3 things on this little palette. You get your powder, your bronzer, your highlights, and you even have options. So I think it's a really good deal. I'm going to be going with this little blush right here from Essence. I believe this is $3. This one is the Satin Coral shade from the Essence Satin Blush. So this is how it looks like right there. It is such a pretty shade. Definitely an everyday wear one. So I'm just going to be putting this on my cheeks. Do you guys see this? Like, the price of this is so good. I also think that if you are looking for other blushes, the LA Girl ones are also very nice. I have 2 of them, I think, and I love them so much. So I'm just going to be mixing these 2 right here. That's what I did the last time, and it worked out really nice because these were so pigmented and just really nice. Like, do you guys see that? That is definitely very pigmented. I feel like too pigmented if you ask me. Alright, so we're almost done with our face makeup. We're going to move to the eyes because I did start with my face first today for some reason. The palette that I'm going to be using is by Makeup Revolution. I'm not really a fan of Makeup Revolution palettes, but I have used this one in the past and I loved it. This one is a collaboration palette with Roxy. It's called Roxaria's Ride or Die palette. That is how it looks like right there. I'm going to open it up for you guys. That is a palette right there. It is so stunning. It has a variety of shimmers, mattes, and just different finishes on each shimmer. This one retails for $15 and it's on sale right now for $10.50 at Ulta. So definitely check it out because I feel like it is so nice. I'm going to go with the shade Pumpkin right here. And I'm putting this one on my crease. I'm just going to be blending this one out all over the crease. These do definitely build up really nicely. They don't apply really pigmented from the get-go, but they do blend super nicely and just build up the color. It's honestly one of the best like Makeup Revolution palettes that I have tried. So I was kind of really impressed when I first tried this. I'm gonna go with the shade Gingerbread right here. I'm putting this shade more on the outer corner. Just packing this on. And bringing it all the way to the middle of the lid. Next, I'm going to be taking Cola right here. And taking Cola, I'm going to be putting this one on the outer corner and just kind of blending it out. This one is definitely giving me fallout, so I'm going to try to blend this out and start over. I'm going to be dusting my brush off. And let's try it again. Definitely a nice shade, a nice brown. It's applying a little bit patchy, but I think that the color is really nice. Going back with the color Pumpkin, and this is just a new brush. I'm just going to be blending this out outwards. because I feel like I lost it just a tiny little bit. I'm going to be bringing out my Cucumber Primer Water Bite Wet n Wild. This one is about $4, and they do have, I think, 3 or 4 scents. And I'm just spraying my brush. This one is just a flat brush, and I'm going to be applying some shimmer with this one. So I'm going to be going onto this shade on the corner. I'm going to be going into this shade on the corner right here. This one is called Cranberry, and I'm just going to be putting this one on the inner corner. This is a really nice formula, and I feel like it's so easy to put on, and I think you could go with your finger as well if that's what you like doing, because it's very, very creamy. I'm going to be going to Cola, which is a dark brown, and I'm just blending this out on the outer corner. I'm going to go with the shade Iconic right here, and I'm putting this one on my inner corner. For my lower lash, I'm just going to be taking Pumpkin and Gingerbread. I'm going to be mixing this too and just blending them out on my lower lash. And I think we're pretty much done with our eyes. So I'm just going to be putting some mascara first. This one is $5.99. It's the Essence I Love Crazy Volume Mascara. I love this one. I've raved about it a lot. And I just really, really like it. My only complaint is that the wand is very big. But other than that, I feel like it's just really nice. And it definitely gets your lashes really, really black. While my mascara dries, I'm just going to move on to my lips. I'm going to be using a lip liner from NYX. So for lipstick, I'm going to be putting on this NYX lip liner in the shade Mahogany, and also this NYX Lingerie lipstick in the shade Exotic. I honestly feel like NYX Lingerie has one of the best lip liners. They're so freaking creamy and like super, super nice. They're also like super affordable. I think I'm going to be using this style right here, is the EL73. If you are interested in seeing anything, you know, that I'm using today, it's all going to be linked down below, so definitely check out the description box. The last thing I'll be doing is just spraying my face with this Wet n Wild Cucumber water. Alright guys, so here's the final result from our video. Honestly, this doesn't look like it's, you know, an affordable makeup. It actually looks really, really nice. Everything, all the products that I used today were really outstanding. I just love the fact that they're super inexpensive. You can find them all at Ulta. They're all going to be linked down below, like I said. If there's one thing that I think you should get from this video, I think it's the JCat Symphony palette, because you get so many things in here. You get 2 highlights, 2 bronzers, and 2 face powders, which I think is a great, great deal. The other thing that I think is really nice is the foundation. The Dream Urban Cover Foundation is actually a really, really good one. Like I said, for me particularly, it's not an everyday one because I have dry skin, but I feel like a lot of people could really, really love this one, especially for the hot days where you want to protect your skin from the sun. It does have SPF, so I think it's really nice. It does have alcohol as well, so I think it's a little bit drying, but I think it's a great, great option at the drugstore. The palette is also really nice. I feel like this one is something that I really learned to love, because Makeup Revolution, like I said, doesn't really impress me much with their eyeshadow palettes recently, but I think all the products today that I use are just super, super nice. If you haven't checked them out and if you haven't tried them out, I would definitely recommend so. And yeah, I really hope that you guys love this video. Let me know below if you have any of these products, if you love using them, and what other products and videos I should be doing for you guys. So as always, please don't forget to subscribe below and like this video, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye!